Playboi Carti fans are turning on him, which is not surprising when you have to sit back and think, dang, 2024 music wasn't really 2024 music. All we got was All Red and a whole bunch of 3 songs that like were only posted on YouTube and no album. We got more fit pics than songs. And it's like, you know, all these NBA pages was posting Carti, but yet nothing. How do you have the NBA, like I think it was the Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, Brooklyn Nets, the Raptors. That's all I can think of right now. How do you have those 4 teams post your name saying drop the album and you don't drop the album? You have those 4 teams, international teams. Well, not really, but like just 4 national associated basketball teams. And you don't capitalize on it. You have more mugshots than you have songs. So it's like, I'm not mad at the Carti fans for taking a stand, but like,
dude's hanging out with Lato instead of his own children, lol, what a f***ing disgrace. Bro, he destroyed his hype, who the F cares about his album still?
But at the end of the day, all these people saying this are still going to listen to the album, if it ever comes out. Like, whoever this is, 6 of them is going to listen to the album if it ever comes out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, if Carti drops, I'm not listening to it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he doesn't like care. Like it's just as simple as that. He don't really give a shit. That like that's really what you can say. Like Carti really don't care what like he drops at this point. Like he just be living. He be chilling. I don't understand.
Tell me, is Carti's music even good enough to wait this long? It seems like Playboi Carti fans have had enough of being edged and lied to for years on end, as they are now completely turning on him and realizing how much of a terrible human being he is.
Okay.
From lying about a release to distract fans from the fact he choked his pregnant baby mother, missing his son's birth to play the PlayStation of Lil Uzi Vert, and just...
I mean, okay, at the end of the day, we all know this. We all should, even Carti fans should know this. Even if they don't want to agree with it. Carti is a terrible person. Carti is a terrible person. Ain't no brainer in that. Like, he's a terrible person. But, like, I ain't gonna say, but, like, he be making good music sometimes. Like when he want to drop, he'll make good songs. But, like, he's a terrible person.
Constantly mistreating his fans. Has Playboi Carti sabotaged the hype for his most important album yet? Or is this just all part of the plan? So recently on Twitter, Carti fans have been going feral, and it's not for the right reasons. It's not the same old Carti fans going nuts over a snippet or a fit pic. It's fans now realizing that he is just a piece of shit. It all started a couple of days ago when academics would tell his stream that they would expect their album in February, as if that isn't something they have heard a million.
It's February. Matter of fact, it's February what 6th. I know it's still early. It ain't even like the double digits of February. Ooh, what's great. It ain't even the double digits of February, but like, I'm not gonna believe DJ academics anymore, bro. Like, he's told us so many things. I don't believe in nothing you're saying.
Million times before,
right? And they wanted to know when the album was gonna come out, whatever. And he told them, hey, listen, the album's gonna come out soon in February. He's supposedly told some other people February. His label hasn't confirmed to me February. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're a Carti fan, I would probably say put 5% stock on him dropping in February. If you ask me, I would say 85% sure it's dropping this year. February, 5 to 7%. You know what I mean?
Now, we all know Carti fans, usually they go crazy for this type of information. I mean, this time last year, funnily enough, academics would say the same thing.
Right.
Expect the album to drop around the start of 2024, which of course got fans excited as they genuinely...
And he was dropping songs in like January, I think. It was like, I don't remember. But like, he was dropping like those 2 songs that he dropped on Instagram and like YouTube. Can't even listen to those songs. I don't think you can listen to those songs anymore. I think they're still on YouTube. I don't know though, but like, they're not on streaming services. But like, ever since then, All Red was the only thing that he released, and after that, nothing else.
Before he'll be dropping, as this was also around the time he began dropping all the singles. Whereas if we look at the fans' reactions now, they're not excited anymore. Hype is gone, bruh. Carti thinks he needs 4+ years to rap about drugs, money and hoes. As we can see, it looks like they've had enough, but fans not being interested in information regarding the album's release isn't the only issue that's been happening in the Carti community, as it seems like fans have had enough of Carti in general. So I think we all know Iggy Azalea. Not only is she a huge artist herself, but also the mother of Playboi Carti's son, Onyx. Well, a couple of days ago, she would be doing some sort of stream where a Carti fan would ask her if he is dropping, to which she would actually reveal to fans she hasn't heard from Carti in 6 months.
So much. Someone's saying, tell Playboi Carti to drop. I don't speak to him, my love. We haven't heard from that man in over like 6 months. We don't know where he is. I don't have no idea, have no association.
That's actually kind of crazy though. Like, when you sit back and think, how do you go from not talking to your baby mom and seeing your son for 6 months straight? How can you be such a rich person but be a deadbeat? Like, I don't.
You have to tell somebody that cares, that speaks to wherever he is. We don't know or care.
Now, this not only left fans disappointed, but really shocked the entirety of the internet, as this situation went pretty viral with tens of millions of views, leaving people in disgust and shock at how someone can abandon their family. Carti's music is wash and he's a deadbeat father. This fella is such a loser. Mysterious to your own fam is crazy. And that's only 2 of the replies. There is literally hundreds of more that have thousands of likes showing how disgusted they are at Carti's behavior. And just now, a couple days ago, Carti posted some pictures and was spotted shooting a video supposedly for Latto's Blixum remix.
Which, the remix was hard. I mean, hey guys. The remix was hard. It was good. But like,
obviously suggesting is going to drop soon, to which fans responded by saying they simply don't care. Which, I mean, makes sense. Why would fans care about a remix to a song that was released in August, 5 months ago? Especially as his verse—
I don't even think it's a remix though. I think he was supposed to be on it. That's something he was supposed to clear, but he did it for some reason. And then for some reason he cleared it. I don't understand why he did that, honestly. Like, he when it was supposed to drop, he was supposed to be on it, but when it was down to the wire for it to be dropped, the nigga wasn't on it. We all was anticipating for that to be on the album, wasn't? And then I don't know.
Has also been leaked for a very long time. So what has caused these Carti fans to turn from literal lovers of this guy to completely hating him in the span of a couple weeks? Well, let's bring it all the way back to 2015, where Carti would begin his disingenuous acts. Posted to fashion designer's Instagram Ian Connor, this clip of Carti working on a computer with the caption "Cash Carti the mixtape soon." Well, funnily enough, this mixtape wouldn't drop until literally 2 years later in 2017. Now, of course, this is just something petty. Carti wasn't really big around this time, so a small lie like this didn't really upset his fans at all. However, during the release of this mixtape, he would get himself into many controversies that really revealed how much of a terrible person he is. Firstly, around 2016, before the release of Self-Titled, Carti would be accused of stealing a producer's beat.
What's the gang? Playboi Carti accused of not paying producers for beats. This nigga called somebody a pigeon. What? Like, why?
Which he did by taking a snippet the producer sent him and looping it to extend the beat so he can rap over it, which he would then release without paying or getting permission. And once Carti was
I'm about to cash a $50,000.
I had no idea of this, like, at all. Like, I had no idea of this.
His producer via Twitter DMs, he just sent him dozens of insults and threats. I mean,
I can't wait to catch y'all slipping. Don't drop shit with me on your shit. On everything, I'll fight you. I will have niggas at your house today. Try me. I'm in UK. I'm bored. I will gladly sit you. What?
Even tried hitting up the producer's friend to ask him for his location so they can probably go jump and rob him. Pretty crazy reaction to something.
What did he? That's on Gweed? Who is Gweed? This nigga, Gweed? What?
So they can probably go jump and rob him. Pretty crazy reaction to something that could have easily been solved. But this wasn't the only bridge Carti burned throughout his career, as Carti would also steal beats from notorious plug producer Mexico Dro. And guess what? That wasn't it. Carti had also abandoned his lifelong best friends, Uno the Activist and 1000 Band Farney. As if you didn't know, these three were super tight when they were coming up, and at one point even created a group together titled Splur Gang. However, it seemed like Carti left his friends behind to keep friendships that would be more advantageous to his career. Now, let me explain. Firstly, Farney. Well, he got into a beef with Lil Yachty after Farney thought he set him up, which led to him getting his chain snatched. This led to Farney retaliating by shooting at Yachty, trying to kill him, eventually leading to Farney getting jumped by Yachty's goons. Now, after that all went down, Carti obviously had to choose sides. His very close friend Farney, or the hottest SoundCloud rapper at the time, Lil Yachty. And I think it's clear whose side Carti was on, as one day after Farney got jumped by Yachty's crew, his and Carti's fader interview was released on YouTube. Then let's move on to Uno. So again, if you didn't know
of Uno. I know of Uno. I didn't know Uno was with Cool Carti. I mean, like around this time, 2016, I was only paying attention to when it came to like the SoundCloud wave, which was Carti's wave, you know, not wave, but like era that he was in, down to like the whole like SoundCloud era. I was only focused on like Uzi, X, Ski Mask, Pump, and then like the other like artists I listened to back then that I still listen to now, but like I wasn't like in tune with everything, especially about like Carti.
So, Uno the Activist was shot by fashion designer Bloody Dior back in 2016.
Dang.
Now, the issue was Carti, Uno, Farney, Bloody Dior, and a couple of other people and some of the ASAP mob were like one big kind of friend group, if you want to put it that way. But after Uno got shot, obviously this caused tension and made people choose sides, with Farney deciding to stick with Uno whilst Carti decided to stay on good terms with Bloody Dior, probably because he was cool with all the ASAP people, which of course would be more advantageous for his rise to stardom. Overall, with my point being, Carti is willing to do anything as long as it will benefit his career, and is willing to treat people like trash or completely cut them off if they are disturbing his success. Now, this was really the first time fans got to see the dark side of Playboi Carti, and in reality, it was all brushed aside. He was the hot new artist blowing up, so no one really cared. But moving into the rollout of his second studio album, Whole Lotta Red, hints of Carti being a terrible and disingenuous person would start being more and more common. On the 27th of July in 2019, just over a year since the release of his last project, Die Lit, Carti would announce on stage to fans that he is planning to drop within the next 60 days.
I'm trying to drop my shit in the next 60 days.
I ain't gonna lie though, it's come down to a point where nigga, you can't even believe what a rapper says. If you're a fan of a rapper, don't believe what the fuck they say. Nigga, I have came to that conclusion with Uzi. You know how many albums I got promised? Forever Young, Barter 16, Love is Rage 3. I'm supposed to be getting 3 albums. We missing them. I got EA2, which was a good album. But like, come on now, I don't believe nothing the rapper say.
Which at first seemed believable. Carti dropped self-titled in 2017, Die Lit a year later in 2018, so dropping another project a year from his last in 2019 seemed like a normal thing to do. But of course, this was just a complete lie, as those 60 days would pass and fans would get nothing. But this was really just the beginning, as fast forwards a couple months in the October of 2019, he would post photos to his Instagram with the caption 48 hours locked in, which led to to fans believing, yo, Carti is finally doing something. I mean, with the fact that the 16th of October in 2019 was a Wednesday, meaning 48 hours from that date would be a Friday, fans really thought he was dropping. But guess what? 48 hours later, still nothing. And these pointless lies would continue leading up to the release of Whole Lotta Red, as it seemed like Carti knew how much anticipation it created each time he lied. After the release of his heavily criticized
That
single,
is something that he's smart at, though. He's smart at, like, making people, like, anticipate, wait. Like, even when niggas don't want to wait, like, he ain't, I'm not gonna lie, he is good at that. He is good at that, but, like, we tired of waiting, nigga.
At Met in the April of 2020, Carti would put out the infamous Monday tweet, implying that he would be releasing something on Monday.
We ain't get shit.
Announcement, something. I mean, after Carti put out his post, Uzi would tweet at him saying, at Carti, so you dropping Monday? Bet it. Which led to fans even speculating that we could be getting a Carti Uzi collab.
Seeing this picture just makes me want to fucking cry. These niggas don't even interact no more. You ain't never get that album. Bro, I remember seeing that too. At first, what time period was that? Damn. Okay, right there. Shit. I thought it was something like that we was gonna get something. Cause he did this, just meh. And it was a picture of Uzi with the meh.
Bet it, which led to fans even speculating that we could be getting a Carti Uzi collab on Monday. But Monday came about and it seemed like fans were misled once again. And the truth was, Carti and Uzi were probably sat on FaceTime, bored out of their minds, kicking their feet in the air, thinking how they can edge their fans. Then right before the release of Whole Lotta Red, it seemed like he was desperate to create as much hype as possible, as Carti would begin tweeting at different artists to create the illusion that they will be featuring on the album. At Post Malone, hey. At Pharrell, what you doing? At Travis, wow, amazing, love the verse, red, red, red. I mean, he even posted a TikTok to one of his most anticipated
I ain't gonna lie, that shit. What?
Beaks Pissy Pamper with a verse from Kid Cudi, which he captioned Kid Cudi on Kid Cudi, suggesting that this song will feature on the album with a feature from Kid Cudi. But eventually the album would drop on the 25th of December, and it seemed like all those tweets were lies just to create hype and anticipation. Now, even with the album being released and officially out to the public, Carti would continue lying to his fans, as on the 26th of December he would tweet, "Talk to me, what song do you need on Deluxe?" To which he would follow up with a day later saying that Deluxe is on the way. But as usual, Carti failed to follow up with his promises. Now the thing is, why would Carti lie about dropping a Deluxe? He doesn't even need to create more hype, he's already dropped the album. Well, on the day the album released, and just in general around that period, Iggy Azalea would begin exposing Carti for being a terrible father and partner, as she would send out dozens of tweets telling the world how Carti basically abandoned her and his son on Christmas Day to throw an album listening party, how he missed his son's birth to play the PlayStation with Lil Uzi Vert, and how he still hasn't signed his son's birth certificate. Now I'm not sure if that was the reason he did announce the Deluxe to distract fans from the fact Iggy was exposing him, or because the album was receiving so much hate he wanted to make it up to fans by dropping Grails via Deluxe. I mean, I think we all remember Christmas Day when Whole Lotta Trash was trending. I mean, even months after the album's release, he would do an interview with the Rolling Stone saying that—
What the fuck was he doing right there? Looks like the Deluxe will be dropping in spring.
The Deluxe is on the way and is planned to release in the spring of 2021, but of course it never ended up dropping, so I genuinely don't even know what his plan was. It would also be around this period at the start of 2021 that Carti would begin teasing another album, Molly World, which he would announce to his fans via an Instagram post captioned, "Let's drop this new album, we not done," with one of his photographers, Gunnar Stall, commenting under the post Molly World. world, revealing the supposed album's name. But of course, this was just another lie. Now the thing is, Carti would literally evolve from just lying to his fans to now literally scamming them. Let's fast forwards towards the end of 2021, where Carti would announce this narcissist project, as he would post multiple pictures to his Instagram with the date 09/13/21. During this rollout, he would also announce a tour via his website, and eventually when the 13th of September came around, fans were ready and excited. Carti could be potentially dropping another album less than a year after Whole Lotta Red, but no. Instead, a bunch of narcissist-themed clothing would be listed on Carti's website, being sold for extraordinary prices. Now, the next day, Carti would tweet out alerting fans that the website was hacked and that he never approved any of this happening, to which he would follow up with the next day, as he would tweet again showing text messages which read, "Forget about the sample clearances, drop narcissist," which got fans thinking that Carti is going to actually drop this narcissist project. But long story short, again, nothing would end up happening. But of course, during this time, people were not sure what the hell was going on. Was the website a scam, or was it a publicity stunt to attract more attention to the album? Well, if we look at the merch from the website, some of the items didn't even have narcissist spelled out correctly, and some of the items were found significantly cheaper on Chinese retailer websites, meaning Carti or his team were buying motorcycle gear from Temu, printing narcissist on it and selling it for $5,000. Even the ski masks that were listed on the website for $40 were found on Alibaba for 45 cents. It's just outrageous. But this wasn't the only scam Carti was involved in, as during the summer of 2023, Carti would announce the Antagonist Tour, with support from the entire Opium Collective, performing across Europe and America. Now at first, fans were confused, as the venues that were selected for these shows were arenas, which seat 5 to 20,000 people, and no offense to Carti and Opium, but there was no chance they were going to fill up these places, especially back in 2023. But of course, fans would buy tickets anyways, which were going for upwards of an outrageous $300. That's what you pay for a 3-day festival, not a 2-hour show. However, just 6 days before the first stop in Europe, the tour was postponed, leaving fans enraged, because not only did some of these fans pay $200, $300, but a lot of fans had also booked travel and hotels, meaning they were spending upwards of $1,000 to see Carti, just for him to cancel on them at the last minute, which by the way was probably because of the fact majority of the stops sold barely any tickets, due to the arenas being too large to fill. Just look how fans who had to travel to the shows responded to the situation on social media. I am from Slovakia and I have flight as well as apartment booked in Brussels. I delayed my surgery for this and can't cancel my ride there.
Why the fuck would you delay your surgery for Carti? I understand, like, you know, wanting to go see an artist, but delaying your surgery? Nigga, go get your surgery.
Flights. In Malta, we have to pretty much fly to go anywhere else, and we don't get a lot of big rappers stopping here on their tour. So I had to take leave and plan a holiday to go to Carti's concert. I'm still gonna have a dope ass time in Berlin for sure, but it's an asshole move to cancel 3 days before your tour is supposed to start. Carti is like a 30-year-old man who would rather be mysterious rather than actually communicate like a normal human to his fans. Playboi Carti, pregnant woman beating. I mean, this was no longer just internet lies. Here, Carti was genuinely playing with people's time, money and lives.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I remember when I saw him at Wireless in 2023 and the dude turned up like 30 minutes late, or I think it was even an hour, but I just don't get it. You're probably being paid upwards of like $100,000, yet you can't even get there on time. Now, Carti scamming and lying wouldn't be the only reason fans began turning on him during that year. Let's bring it back to late December 2022, where Carti would put out some tweets, again lying to fans about releasing music, which of course, you know, got Twitter riled up as fans were creaming themselves because Carti might be dropping. Now this would of course turn out to be nothing. However, just 2 months later, in the February of 2024, TMZ would put out an article that Carti had been arrested after attacking and choking his pregnant girlfriend. with the incident occurring on the 20th of December in 2022, which led fans to believe that Carti had in fact put out those tweets about releasing music to distract fans in case any information came out about his arrest. Of course, it didn't end up working out for him, as people found out 3 months later by accident, but it really shows how evil and scummy he is. This man knew that someone like TMZ may find out about his arrest, so he puts out tweets in case anything gets out to the public. It's really dark. I mean, we haven't even delved into the rollout of I Am Music yet, where again...
Oh, please don't. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, might as well. Shit. We all know. It was some bullshit.
Carti would mislead and scam fans. I think we all remember the beginning of the I Am Music rollout. Carti would make this grand return to social media, dropping all these Instagram and YouTube exclusive singles. Academics would be on stream saying the album is dropping at the start of 2024. Carti and his groupies would all be posting I Am Music 2024.
Nothing.
I mean, Carti even made an entire song dedicated to 2024 music.
Was nothing.
And honestly, it seemed believable. Throughout the entire year, Carti was doing a bunch of features with artists such as Future, Ye, Camila Cabello, The Weeknd, and even dropped his own single, All Red, his first in 4 years. Now I must say that 2024 was looking really good for Carti and his fans. I mean, apart from when he scammed Aiden Ross at the start of the year.
Boy, I think this was the whole point. This happened a year ago, by the way. But like, when this happened, I'm telling you, this nigga got hit. This is when he got hit with the mysterious, wanna be mysterious 30-year-old. Like, people was thinking that shit was cool still, but when he did this, that fucked him up. Big time.
Which made him look like a terrible person, which I think we can safely say he is. Now, even though he did scam him and got absolutely blasted by the internet for a day or two, guess what?
They forgot about it,
and people let it slide.
Yeah.
Now, after Carti dropped All Red in the September of 2024, fans thought it was genuinely time. I mean, this was interpreted as the lead single, and it was already getting close to the end of the year, and with the song's release, Carti would also launch his I Am Music website with...
Which was a whole bunch of malark, bro. I don't know, bro. I went to that. When I seen this, I got pissed. I got so pissed because, like, bro, why are we doing merch? Release it. You know, when you do merch, you supposed to release your songs first, then do the merch.
Merch and vinyls. But nothing ended up happening. If anything, Carti would continue infuriating more fans. As in November, he would pull out as the headliner from Rolling Loud Thailand, which is a pretty big deal, as in Asia, they don't get many rappers from the West coming, so when someone the size of Carti pulls up, there is people travelling from all across the continent just so they can see him live. But what can you expect? Carti does not care about his fans. I mean, that's without even...
Shout out Yeet. Real nigga.
Going into the scam that was his All Red merch, as that stuff...
Turning 5 figures into 6...
Bro, I saw that junk. When I first seen that, bro, I was like, did he dead ass put out merch, bro? Did he really sit here and put out merch?
And really, with all of that, it's now almost February 2025 and Carti has still not given us a date, cover art, tracklist, anything. He just continues teasing us even though people are starting to turn on him. I mean, if we even go back to his performance at Rolling Loud Miami, it was plastered all over social media that this was the I Am Music performance. Carti is going to debut his third studio album live, but as you can guess, that didn't happen. He did preview a couple songs, but it gets to a point, like how many times can you preview and tease a song and expect fans to keep their excitement? It's just boring and repetitive, and personally from what I can see on social media, fans are genuinely beginning to turn on him. As you'll remember from the tweets in the intro, him constantly lying, mixing with the fact he's a deadbeat and in general a terrible human, fans have had enough and are even questioning if a 5-year wait is worth it for a Playboi Carti album. I mean, you could understand a long wait from someone like Ye, Travis or Frank Ocean, but Carti, he's just rapping over beats. I mean, towards the...
Yeah. But I'm gonna say it like this, bro. People can say they don't care. They don't give a fuck when he does drop. No telling whenever that nigga will drop. We don't know. We don't know with this nigga. This nigga's inconsistent as hell. But no telling. No telling. But the people who say that they're not going to listen are lying. Like the people that say, "Oh yeah, I don't care. Oh, I'm not gonna listen to it. We don't give a fuck." Like, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Because even when Carti was saying he was going to drop in 2021, drop in 2022, drop in 2023, like, when he finally did drop something, everybody was excited. When he did drop All Red, everybody was excited. It's like, oh yeah, we forgot about everything that he did. Like, people could say this and say that, but they're still going to listen to it.
The end of 2024, when all the Fridays to drop that album had officially ran out, I even saw fans creating this like trend that if he doesn't drop, we need to do these things like unfollow him and tweet "I am liar" in retaliation to him not dropping.
I'm curious, with tomorrow being December 27th, do you still plan on doing this? This is the listed boycott plan for Playboi Carti if he doesn't drop. Now, a lot of fans were posting this very early on, like a few weeks ago, kind of, I guess a week ago to be honest, and now people haven't been posting it. So I'm wondering, is this what's going to be happening? I don't think I'll be participating because I don't, want to unsupport my king, right? I'm still going to support him through everything, so.
Dick Rider. There's one king, and his name is LeBron James. Carti ain't no king. What's that?
I'll take a step back, not participate. But I'm wondering, will you guys be participating in the boycott? I guess if a lot of you do it, I'll do it out of solidarity. But I really don't want to. I still want to support my king. It's my king, Playboi Carti. Gotta love him through thick and thin. But I've seen a lot less of this. I'm curious, do you guys plan on doing this? Yes or no?
Now, funnily enough, it did kind of end up working as he lost followers, but come on. He's going to gain all those followers back in the next week, and I mean, when he announces the album, then everyone is going to get back on the hype train anyways.
Right.
Now, funnily enough, as I'm recording this video, Carti would scam his fans again, as for the Weeknd's album, him and Carti would drop these merch bundles and deluxe tracks under the name Hurry Up Tomorrow. And basically there's supposed to be 2 deluxe tracks that you can digitally download. You can either buy it for like $5 or get it with the merch bundle. And of course fans would buy these merch pieces and these songs.
Why would you buy this?
Yet the songs would release, they would be emailed to the fans, and guess what? Carti wasn't on them. It's a literal scam. They were promised to have 2 Carti songs at the Weeknd. These songs were sent out and Carti was not on them, nor was he on the Weeknd's album. It's literally just a plain scam. There's no other way to disguise this. Now, unfortunately, the truth is, even though he hits women, is a deadbeat, a scammer, a liar, a narcissist, and really the second coming of Hitler, fans will still love him and glaze him until he dies. I'm kind of glad people are waking up to this entire situation though. I mean, some of the most popular videos on my channel are about Carti being a terrible human, so I've done my job. But again, as I've said multiple times, we can all pretend to hate him and that we don't care anymore, but as soon as that album drops on Spotify, Apple Music or YouTube, we will be there streaming and listening to his album. So I guess Carti is going to win no matter what happens. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you still excited for I Am Music, or are you complete?
It don't matter at that point. We can say, oh yeah, I don't give a damn about Carti dropping. When that time comes when he actually does release I Am Music or Narcissist or whatever the damn album's gonna be called, Molly World or whatever, we're going to listen to it.